Are you seeing the paradox? I mean, I hope I described it well. You know, just think of the furniture versus just the basic firewood. So as soon as you use up the furniture, somebody's going to complain and say, get some more furniture in here, which takes more energy for your body to replace, doesn't it? It takes more energy to create the furniture than it does to just get some firewood. Okay? I personally used to be a Diet Coke-aholic. I mean, when I was at San Diego State University a long time ago, I mean, oh my gosh, I mean, I don't recall I drank too much water. I mean, Diet Coke was my drink. And it wasn't just my drink. I mean, you go in there at class 9 o'clock in the morning. Half the students have it sitting on their desk. I mean, maybe not quite half, but 25%. Everybody's got a cold Diet Coke sitting on their desk. And, I don't know. I remember, actually, the day I said goodbye to Diet Coke. It was kind of a fascinating experience. I was living in San Francisco at the time. Just sitting there watching TV, and I don't know, something. I was going through sort of an awakening process, and things were starting to really look different to me all over. And I remember I was sitting there drinking my Diet Coke, and I looked down at it, and I was like, what is this stuff? And I was like, this is some water. It's probably not even that good of water. Some chemicals, some food coloring. I was like, why in the world am I drinking this? I mean, it was like this incredible revelation hit me. And I was like, what am I doing? Why would I drink this stuff? And I took another sip of it. And I used to love Diet Coke. I mean, I loved it. I took a sip of it, and it tasted horrible. It was amazing. My new understanding of it made it taste literally on my taste buds just disgusting. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty fascinating. I mean, I was like, I couldn't stand the taste of it. And I remember I went into the kitchen, and I just took out the big bottle that was in the refrigerator, and I poured it down the sink, and I just was like, bye, Diet Coke, you know, good riddance, you know. So I don't know, that's my little story. So, you know, if you stick on caffeine drinks, yeah, even if they don't have aspartame in them, yeah, aspartame is just double whammy. It's just extra bad, yeah. But even if you're addicted to caffeine drinks, just coffee, you can see this. You know, the wife calling the husband to make more furniture. He's going to be burnt out. He's going to be exhausted if he has to keep running out to go make more furniture. He's got to cut down the wood, you know. That same thing happens to our bodies, yeah? Our bodies just get burnt out trying to run on this crazy cycle. Don't do that to your body, yeah? I mean, burn this little image in your brain, okay? Water energizes, yeah? Water energizes like free energy, yeah? It's constantly replenishable, yeah? It's amazing. It gives energy to you. You see what I'm saying? It gives energy to you, right? It feeds you energy. Caffeine, you know, by contrast, is exhausting. It's demanding of energy. So make this your first choice. Water is the most natural drink on earth. I mean, really, honestly, in my opinion, you shouldn't be drinking anything else. Okay, some herbal teas, maybe some natural fruit juices. I mean, the ones you get in the store, they're all pasteurized. I mean, you don't want that. Just make water your first choice. Okay, to reiterate again, how much? How much water do you want? Again, half as many ounces as your body weight in pounds, or 1 liter per 33 kilos. Okay? Again, it's going to depend on factors. You're pregnant, up that. And up your... Please go get some seaweed if you're pregnant. Please. Just do that. Okay? And if you just absolutely refuse to give up your coffee in the morning, okay, add in 2 more cups for every cup of coffee, okay? Think about it like you know, when you drink alcohol or caffeine, your body's got to pull that stuff out. And you know, I don't know. Oh, I was going to say when we were talking about how the caffeine calls for more food, I know, I mean, if I ever drink a cup of coffee, it is organic, decaffeinated. And I drink one, and this is so incredibly rare. I mean, I rarely do that. I'm bouncing off the walls, because even if it's decaffeinated, there's still a little bit of caffeine in it. I'm bouncing off the walls, my face gets very hot, and I am ravenously hungry immediately afterwards. I'm just, you know, it just calls for... I see why people eat pastry with coffee, you know? I mean, it just calls for it, right? I don't know. So, So again, right? Half as many ounces as your body weight in pounds, 1 liter per 33 kilos. You can up that. If you're upping that, up your salt minerals. Like for me, I drink probably I don't know how much I drink a day, like 1.5 gallons a day or something. I don't know. But I take, plenty of seaweed, and I use salt. So I don't know. I figure the more, as long as you increase both evenly, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, great energy. So again, remember, if you don't feel thirsty, just start drinking some, okay? And your thirst mechanism will kick back in. It's kind of like, like a sponge. When you get a brand new sponge, you put water on it. The water doesn't absorb right away. You kind of like prime the sponge. I imagine it's the same way with your body. Your body, it's going to take it just a little bit to realize, oh, water's back in, and prime all the cells and everything to get ready to, okay, let's open up the capillaries again. We can expand our aperture, or the diameter of the capillaries and the vessels to get all the blood out to all the parts of the body now. It's going to take a while. It's kind of like a big old factory that's been shut down for a year or something. It's going to take a while to open it back up, but probably a lot faster than you think, okay? Let me give you a warning, though, okay? I hope you hear me on this. A warning, a warning, a warning. Okay? If you are in a dehydrated state, do not try to make up for it all in one day. Okay? Dr. B makes this very clear. Don't try to just take on all this water overnight. Okay? You want to build up slowly. You want to increase by a couple glasses of water. Make sure that your kidneys are able to process this extra fluid that's coming through. Make sure that your urine increases by the amount of increase or intake in fluid, okay? Also, if you're on any sort of medication, it would be the same thing. You know that. You can't just stop medication overnight. You have to wean yourself off of it, okay? That could be very dangerous. I mean, your body, you just don't want to throw your body into a change like that, okay? Wean yourself off of the medicines. As you take in the water, you're probably going to see, medicines that you no longer need. Hallelujah. Write me an email. I want to hear about it. When? Okay, just again to reiterate, right? Right when you first wake up, 2 to 3 glasses. Okay, if you're just starting out on this and you're pretty dehydrated, okay, start with 1 glass. Make sure that your kidneys are handling it, right? And then do it again before you eat. Yeah, a half an hour before a meal. And if you somehow miss the half an hour, my personal suggestion, at least do like 10 minutes before, because that way after your meal you're not going to be tempted to drink something and then interfere with your whole digestion process. I mean, at least make sure it gets in there before you eat. But half an hour is going to provide you proper digestion, which is so important. It's a huge part of your body's energy uses is for digestion. So make it as efficient as you want. This whole thing is an energy efficiency game. I mean, looking at our bodies as a machine, that's how I look at this. It's like, what gives me more energy versus what takes more energy, right? Water versus caffeine. I mean, and you'll see in all these praxis, they all have that same sort of background to it. Interesting. Okay, so here's a question. Can I drink too much? I mean, in a word, yes. I mean, just like I said, if your kidneys aren't processing it, kill yourself, okay? So go slowly with it. Make sure you're okay, right? And a tragic story, there was a girl in America, and she won a radio contest, a contest for who could drink the most water. Well, she won, but she died in the process because her electrolytes were out of balance. It just killed her. She didn't have enough salt minerals to handle all that water. I'm imagining through the osmotic pressure what exactly would have happened. I think what would have happened in that situation is her cells would just plump up, to a absurd size full of fluid. I think that's how that would have worked. Maybe they would just explode, but it was too much. So do not forget the salt minerals, the electrolytes, okay? In fact, there's an interesting testimonial in his book. Actually, I lent one. He has quite a few books, but the other one I lent out, and there was a testimonial in it. But I I just recall there was a woman and she was drinking like 2 gallons of water a day. I was like, whoa. And she'd been doing that for years, but she still had some health troubles. So she honestly, obviously she knew some things about health and she was really trying to be super healthy. And it wasn't until she read this book that she realized she was missing the salt side of the equation. And she said she added the salt in, all the problems